I have a question. Since you are both financial planner and CDFA, you said that a financial planner wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. Can you explain what the differences are between the two and why they wouldn't touch this?
Yeah. So the problems that you're trying to solve for during the divorce are very, very different than the problems you're trying to solve for after the divorce is finalized. So mid-divorce, you're trying to figure out first of all, what do we have? And just getting a grip on what do we have and how does this stuff work? Like if we have pensions, how does that work? And what's our tax situation? And just getting a grasp on all that is a big chore in itself. But specifically when it comes to splitting things, that opens up many cans of worms, not just one. Like we had to figure out, okay, what are the tax consequences of potentially splitting it this way? What is this actually fair? Does this actually result in the same amount of money roughly going to each person, which might not be so obvious. Some things are very difficult to value. Some things are pre-tax, some things are post-tax. Some assets grow over time, some assets don't grow as much. Some assets cost money to continue to own them, whereas other assets don't. There's all sorts of nuances to it. And another thing that complicates it is there's a lot of law involved. It's family law. And so a general financial advisor isn't going to want to get involved with legal stuff. Not that I get involved. I don't give legal advice, but I have at least an awareness of the legal side and what's kind of possible and what's not possible. But all of these things that you're trying to figure out, how do we split things? What documents are needed to split things? Is this even possible? This is not something that a regular financial advisor comes across. This is so specific to mid-divorce. Okay. So my mid-divorce work is like a separate job than my financial planning job, because the mid-divorce stuff is like diving into spreadsheets and statements and like very, very granular data, just tons of numbers. Whereas financial planning, it's a little more high level. It's a little more goal oriented. There's like what if scenarios. It's kind of more open-ended, I guess. Mm-hmm. It's just as important, but very, very different points in the process have very different things that you need to do during those phases. And so some CDFAs do financial planning, but you're getting very different support during your divorce than you are after your divorce, even if it's the same person that's able to do both.